Hey everybody, it's Holly, and I'm going to talk about Kundalini Yoga a little bit. Now, I'm not a Kundalini Yoga expert or teacher. I've been to a handful of classes. I am a certified hot yoga teacher. I taught hot yoga for 7 years and been taking a break from that for a little bit, but I love yoga, and so I thought I would study and research Kundalini Yoga a little bit to share some of the practice with you and tie it into the Kundalini awakening. For me, this has been a powerful topic because I was able, as I shared in my other presentation about my own Kundalini awakening, that I just realized that I had um, during my musical experiences with live music and dance and movement and connection, and this idea of connecting to our highest truth, our highest self. And that's what Kundalini Yoga is about, connecting to your highest truth, to your highest self, awakening to your highest self. And so that's the path I'm on. So I thought I'd share it with you a little bit. So you want to get centered and get your mind clear. That's the idea. And so a lot of Kundalini people will practice wearing white because it's really to set that space of being clear, no distractions. And then a lot of people will practice on a white sheepskin mat, which is meant to like ground you into the earth and into that natural state of being. And so you want to come into your Kundalini practice with an open mind and an open heart and nothing else. This is really a unique kind of yoga practice. And you want to just trust and leave all your inhibitions at the door. So Kundalini Yoga is about coordinating movement with breath. It's a lot of breath work. And then if you go to a Kundalini class, there's thousands. Let me see. I know there are thousands of different kriyas that are specific to certain things. Like you can do kriyas to ground yourself, kriyas to get us flexible. Just really any wide range of things. I think sometimes a teacher will ask you, what do you want to work on? And so it's about coordinating movement with breath. Kundalini Yoga is known to be the super highway to consciousness. And so one thing I'll teach you guys is this idea of Sat Nam, which Sat Nam means Sat means truth, inhale truth, exhale Nam, identity. So the truth of who you are. So we are the physical manifestations of this idea of eternal truth, whether you call that the cosmos, God, universal truth, universe, and it's the oneness of all that is with yourself, your oneness with yourself, to your higher self. So recognizing your own divinity by inhaling the truth, Sat, exhaling Nam, out into the world, your identity out into the world, and fearlessly standing in your power. And it helps to focus the mind, doing the Sat Nam mantra. And then you would practice that with a kriya. And kriya means completed action. It's a set of experiences that are specifically designed, sequenced, and timed in a specific order to elicit a particular effect. There's thousands of kriyas, like I mentioned before, designed to promote certain effects. Tuning in and tuning out. And then So maybe one practice would be to inhale to the left, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam, sat, nam. So that would be just an example of that, a kriya using sat nam. And then there's another idea of this Om Namo Gurude Namo. I bow down to the creative force of the universe. I bow down to that same creative force that exists within me. So it's Om Namo Gurude Namo. Next, I'm going to talk about the Mool Band. And there's these, in yoga, there's these lock systems that are along the spine. And the Mool Band, so Kundalini Yoga it's the energy at the base of the spine. And the ancients believed that we're born with it, and that a lot of times it's that the energy stays there and it's not actually manifested into being. And so Kundalini rising is this idea of the energy rising up, and when that happens, we can really be in our highest self. So it's a dormant energy at the base of the spine. And so when you inhale, you would apply the Mool Band, which is sucking the gut in and locking your sex organs. So only you know when you're doing it. So it's the pelvis floor and the anus pulling up and in, and that's called Mool Band. Okay, next we're going to talk about one of the Yogi Bhajan. He is a big teacher of Kundalini Yoga, and he said that if you only did one practice in Kundalini Yoga, you would do the Sat Kriya, which is the most powerful for awakening you to elevated or higher states of consciousness. In other words, your higher self. So you're going to come to your knees, your spine nice and erect, your shoulders back, chest up, heart open, and your chin is slightly tucked, nice and aligned. So this is about moving the energy up the spine, from the base to the crown chakra. And you learned about the chakras in another presentation. So the mudra is hands interlaced. For women, it's left thumb on top. For male, it's right thumb on top. And then the arms overhead and the pointer finger pointing up. Sorry that we can't really see this, but pointer, and the shoulders are relaxed. They're not up like this, but they're nice relaxed. And on the inhale, you're going to apply Mool Band, which I talked about. Navel in, tight sexual organs, and then so you're going to go Sat, pull in, inhale, Nam, exhale. Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. So on the inhale, you're pulling in Sat, Nam. And so over this course of, you could do it anywhere from 5 minutes to 11 minutes, and it's a really powerful practice to move the energy up the spine. So it's Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam, Sat, Nam. And then when you're done, you inhale deeply. Hold it, suspend the breath at the top, and as you're doing that, the energy rises up. And you exhale. Again, inhale deeply, suspend the breath, and you exhale. One more time. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath, and exhale. Hey everybody, that was a very introductory session to Kundalini Yoga. If you're interested in Kundalini awakening, and you think you had one, or you want a practical way to open up to that Kundalini energy within you that we all have, and use it to really kickstart your life or your spirituality, Kundalini Yoga is a great way to get there. I encourage you all to give it a try. You want to try at least 10 classes because it's really so much. We talked about talked about what Kundalini is. We talked about the Sat Nam being our internal, our highest truth. We learned about the Mul Band, and we learned about Kriyas. We learned about Kundalini Yoga being the tying in of breath and movement, and so I didn't want to give you too much information. I will cite where I got the information for this class. It was on Gaia.com, and I will tell you where that was if you're more interested. So hope you're all well. Be well, everybody. Sat Nam.